Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3, and today I'm going to be giving you part 8 of What If Naruto Found the Uzumaki Curse. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Found the Shinigami Weapons over on Anime King, and enjoy that guys. And over in Anime King 2, I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto Was Treated Like Gaara, so go ahead and enjoy that as well. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time hearing my voice, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all for your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying talking back to all of you. And also guys, I indeed have 3 channels: Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3, which I post what you find every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead, click that red subscribe button and become part of the Making family. And yeah, without further ado, what is to begin this new episode start? The intro. So, the last part that we left off, as the council meeting was called, as the clan heads and all of them were there, everyone already knew the topic why the meeting was called, seeing that the big show had been put on skeptical for everyone when they saw him appear on that massive beast. So they all waited as Hiruzen came in the room, followed by none other than Naruto himself, as he was with the new girl, Uzumaki Hanuka, and Haku as well, as Naruto introduced them. But he also had a lot of colorful things to say towards the members of the civilian council, as they used to put him through so much crap when he was younger, and he wasn't able to fight back, but now he had so much power in the palm of his hands, not just physically but political wise, with his heritage and all. So with that, well, they had to give him a little bit more respect than they had before. Well, they have to, as Naruto went and demeaned all of them, as Naruto also disrespected the 3 elders of the village. To him they were nothing but advisors, and those 2 old bats also make his life hell as well. While that was going on, Kunai was rather upset what Asuma and Genma was saying, as they were thinking that Naruto was a threat. Naruto's attitude was never really one for the will of fire, and now that he knew this, well, things might get bad. But Kunai couldn't believe it. At first, yes, she didn't like him because he was always around Hinata, but then she saw their relationship. He treated her like a delicate flower, like she was the most precious thing in the world. He saw her as someone that does not even deserve to be corrupted by this tainted world. He called her his little kitten, a little sister of sorts. And not to mention he treated Anko wonderfully. She had never seen Anko so happy. Since the whole dealing with Orochimaru, she had went sad. Despite everything, she was always sad, but now she was just beaming. And now that he was back, she was sure that Anko was going to be happy again, and it was going to help Hinata a lot. As she became rather cold, you could see how much he affected their life. So Kunai was rather pissed. But Asuma, if he had to choose between the village and Kunai, he would choose the village. His own father Hokage had told him that Naruto did not share the same will of fire that they did. As if Konoha was burning, Hiruzen was not sure if Naruto would do anything to stop it. And that kind of got him worried. So that same judgment passed on to Asuma as well, when he heard the stories. But the village was what turned him this way. So after that, Naruto made his way around the village, as he met up with Hinata and the others. He also met up with Anko, as she couldn't believe it. She was in tears that he was really back. She thought that she was having another illusion once again. But he was here. At the end of their little session, he told her about the whole Uzumaki clan dealing rather quickly, as he told her she didn't have to decide anything now, so he made his way off. He went to go and find Team 7 as Sai was there. Naruto challenged Sai for the right to be on Team 7 final member. As Sai was knowing that his time might be up, Danzo had put him here to make sure that the Uchiha stay in place. But now that he was back, Sai might return back to his regular forces, but if he could defeat Uzumaki, that meant he could stay on the team and continue serving his master well. So he accepted the challenge, even though Naruto didn't have the right or the power to do that. Only Hokage had the right to do that. But he still accepted the challenge, as he waived his right to compete for the spot on Team 7. Sakura and Sasuke were rather happy to have Naruto back, because they really hated Sai. They didn't get along one bit. Their teamwork was bad with him on their team, so with that, Naruto turns attention towards Sai as he started trying to bind Naruto with his little ink snake, but Naruto ripped them apart. His physical strength was immense as Sai noticed that as they start to fight. Sai got his ass handed to him as Naruto put him in his place. He then released something called Carnage Fury, as several giant arms formed behind him and pummel Sai into the ground, beating him badly. Afterwards, Kakashi took Sai to the hospital, as Naruto invited Sakura and Sasuke over towards his house to introduce him to someone special. So yeah guys, it's basically as we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. And also guys, remember, go ahead and check out Anime King and Anime King 2, yes. I indeed have 3 channels that I post what fun every single day for you guys to enjoy. Yes, you got that right, every single day. So turn on that bell notification so you can see exactly when I post and what from what channel. And I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. So without further ado, what do you say we speed right on this new episode? Let's get right into it guys. As expected, Naruto coming back to the village, well, it caused a lot of problems. On one side you had the people that felt regret and remorse for how they treated him when he was younger, as because he was now the 4th Hokage's son. But the thing was, Naruto did not give a damn about those people or what they believe. He made it perfectly clear that they damned themselves a long time ago, so sticking up to him right now would not help. So they chose to just remain neutral. And you have those who felt remorse, but Naruto's attitude made them get angry, as he went out of his way to show them that they were lesser than him now. And he got them rather angry despite him being the 4th Hokage's son doesn't mean that he was better than them. He still holds the beast that destroyed the village. So they decided to revert back in some hateful ways, as Naruto was like a menace throughout the village. As his personality didn't make it better one bit, he caused an uproar between the people in the village. And at least 15 or 16 people end up in the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Some of them thought that it was wise to speak to him like he was a mere commoner, but they already know that he didn't take their crap, but they're trying to put him in his place to make him see that he doesn't really amount to that much just because he's a son of Minato. Well, things became rather nasty when one of them mistakenly raised their hand a bit too fast and hit Naruto with the bottle. It was an accident, but Naruto decided to make that person and their friends regret ever doing that. He beat them into a comatose state, and that caused a lot of backlash in the village between the villagers, Hiruzen, and Naruto himself. As Naruto could not be punished for several things actually, even though he was not yet a clan head. He was still a ninja of the village, and he claimed that he was assaulted by the people with the bottle, and no one could say that he was not hit by the bottle, and he just retaliated. This time the beatings was a lot worse, because in the first time, the beatings broke arms and legs and caused a lot of bad internal damage, but now, he beat them into a coma. His ruthlessness and his wrath seemed to have quadrupled since returning back to the village. His hate for the people, that is. More so, ninjas of Konoha believed that he was a threat, as Asuma went to speak to his father on several occasions about the young blonde. At the moment though, it was the dead of night. There were several people gathered. These people were doing something rather odd, as all of them stood in a strange circle. The circle seemed to be Fuinjutsu. Someone stood in front of them as he flashed through hand sign. The next second a white light enveloped them, and the 12-13 plus people that were there all teleported away. The person smirked as he made his way off. The next day, the two of these guys seemed to just not agree with everything that was going on. They had looked at the damage that was done to the civilians. While yes, They did invoke a lot of wrath. They were just civilians. This is really going a bit too far. What has a Hokage said about this? Asked Genma. As Asuma sighed, he cannot physically do anything about it. What? He can't? Given the situation, he cannot touch Naruto as he is right now. People are going out of their way because of his attitude to make sure he remembers that he's still, well, what he was in the past. I knew that they were angering him, but from the reports, they were quite... Yeah, I know what you mean, said Genma. They were civilians, and yet the way he beat them without a single shred of mercy, it showed that he could not be trusted. He did not see the village as his home. Both of the men was the only one that could see that, because he tried to speak to the others, but most of them had mixed feelings. Since he spoke to Kurenai, Asuma has not heard from her. He tried to speak to her, but she went out of her way to avoid him. As he saw her speaking to Anko, Anko also, well, Anko was more verbal. She cursed him out. But he knew what he was seeing, the way things are going right now. That boy is basically a ticking time bomb, and he was getting stronger and stronger. Asuma had dreams of Naruto turning his wrath upon the village. He has went through a lot when he was younger. Asuma was a big hypocrite though, as he knew that because he never went out of his way to try and do anything, even though he knew that the child was being targeted because he was a Jinchuriki. And yet it was their own people's fault, so in a way they can be blamed as well. But he could not let Konoha fall. His father was getting old, and he could not handle certain situations anymore. So being the next Saratoga clan head, despite Asuma not being the Hokage, he believed that it was up to him to do something, to show his father that something needed to be done, that at least calm Naruto's attitude, send him to a therapy session or something. That is when a cheer pulled up. Both men turned their heads up as they saw Naruto calmly sat down. They were surprised. He placed both hands on the table. So, said Naruto, I heard that you guys find me threatening. As he folded his legs, with a calm expression on his face. Both men said nothing. Well, go on. Tell me what's so threatening about me, Naruto asked. I mean, you have been talking behind my back. You should know. Uncle, we're rather close, so I was bound to find out. As Genma narrowed his gaze. And what if we do, he asked. Oh, I'm just here to sort it all out, said Naruto, as he raised a hand. I mean, you find poor little me a threat. Why? We saw the reports of the villagers. They attacked me first, said Naruto. One of them accidentally hit you with a bottle. And the others tried to save their friend, and yet you beat them so badly they're in a coma. The doctors say that there might be a chance of them never waking up. They could be brain dead for all we know already. Well, screw them, said Naruto. How can you sit here and say that, said Genma. They are a part of Konoha. They are the people that we should be protecting. Let's get this clear, said Naruto. I should protect them. Of course, Asuma said. They are the hope of this village. They are what we fight for, and the younger generations to keep the village stable. Wait, am I not the younger generation? Just because I'm all big and tall and muscular, I'm still the younger generation, you know that, right? Said Naruto. That's not what I'm saying, said Asuma. Those people, damn those people, said Naruto, as he applied pressure to the table, causing everyone to look. I've been put through shit and hell in this village. And soon, very very soon, I will take up the mantle as clan head. And I'll be a clan head. And then the real fun will begin. What do you mean by that, said Asuma. Oh, I read up on the laws. If a clan head finds anything threatening towards him and her, they have the right to remove said threat. Even without talking to the Hokage if it depends with their life and their clan. And these villagers sometimes make me feel threatened, said Naruto, as he smirked at that. Well, I just came here to gauge your guys' reactions. I wanted to see if you guys have what it takes. Have what it takes to do what, said Genma. Oh, don't worry about that, said Naruto. As Asuma watched as Naruto got up as Asuma grabbed his hand, stopping him. Are you trying to say when you become clan head, You will target the villagers, and it will be in your right to kill them. Naruto did not answer him. Answer me. I am your superior officer, said Asuma. As Naruto started to laugh, Asuma hand slid on his wrist. As Naruto threw his head back and laughed. Superior officer, you think that means anything to me? No, seriously. I could be a civilian, for comic sake. You think your authority means anything to me? I could give a damn if it does or not. You think that you're untouchable, just because you become a clan head very soon, said Genma. Untouchable? No, said Naruto. But I do have a... well, what would you call it? A deterrent in my stomach. I mean, the Ninetales is the strongest out of all Bijus. Who knows what kind of damage it could cause? If it is let loose on this village, Asuma grip tighten. Watch your words very carefully. You're bordering on treason, something that you can be executed for. 5, said Naruto. As Genma narrowed his gaze. 4. Why are you counting down, said Genma. 3. Asuma tightened his grip. 2. Naruto, a voice said. As Naruto turned to see Hanuka, she rushed over. What are you doing, she said. Oh, just having a little chat. Little chat, she said as she watched Asuma's hand and the others. Everyone looked a bit tense as Genma looked like he was about to fight. She had overheard the conversation that he was having with Anko about who these guys were. And this didn't seem so pleasant. Excuse me, she said. Would you mind releasing him? Asuma narrowed his gaze. I'm having a discussion with him at the moment, and I need him to remain seated. Hanuka simply smiled. Well, sir, she said, I'm going to ask you kindly. Release him. This here is going to be the Soon, head of my clan, and I will not tolerate anyone trying to undermine him or bully him because they think they can. Her smile was sweet, but there was a deadly underlying tone to it, as her right hand was also gripping Naruto's left hand. As Genma noticed that, he now realized why the boy was counting. He was gonna hit Asuma, as he could see strange red and black veins in his arms. But he seemed to calm down by this girl. Asuma, let him go. He's not done anything. And he's just merely speculating, and he's not even answer what you've said. But Genma, Asuma, just do it. You're causing a scene. Asuma noticed the others around looking at them. Fine, he said. But this is not done. He released Naruto's grip, as Naruto held onto his wrist and flexed it a bit. Tight squeeze you have there. But I'll say this only once. Grab me like that again. Jonin, Hokage's son, this or that bullshit. I'll kill you, said Naruto. What? Said Asuma as he got to his feet. Oh, you heard me, said Naruto. I'll literally kill you. If you have a problem with that, try it again. Genma got up. Alright, that's enough, he said. No one will be fighting today. And you are really pushing your rank, Uzumaki, he said. Yes, I am, said Naruto. But as I said, screw rank. Why don't you go and report me or something like that? I mean, it's your word against mine. Oh, and these lovely people. If you all saw me doing something bad, go ahead, report me. The name is Naruto Uzumaki. I'm sure that you all know it. You've cursed at it many times before. Come on, let's go, Hanuka said. As she left, Genma narrowed his gaze at the girl. He didn't know what it was, but the way she just spoke and so calm, there was this tingling feeling. Asuma clenched his fist in rage. How dare let little Genin speak to him like that, and threatening to kill him if he grabbed him again? Who the hell did he think he is? Calm down, Asuma. They're causing a scene. I don't care! Who the hell does that brat think he is? We were more correct than before. He's a danger. He's a problem to this village. Asuma got up. Where are you going? To the Hokage's tower, as he made his way. Jane must sigh as everyone kept on looking at him, as he turned his head. But he could see it. That boy didn't wish the well-being for Konoha. Outside. And what were you going to do if he didn't release you? Asked Hanuka. I wasn't going to kill him right there because of not releasing me. But I was going to put him in his place. You do realize he's the Hokage's son, right? And not to mention he's your superior. Naruto glanced towards her. Yes, I know that you don't care about ranks. But still, it would be rather problematic to fight him and get into so much trouble. After all, aren't you recommending for the upcoming Chunin exams? Oh yeah, said Naruto. Kinda forgot about that. She gave him a blank stare. You do not forget anything. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm just kidding, he said. Next time, just think before you act. I know that you're incredibly angry. Come on, said Naruto. They think of me as a threat. I've never spoken to Asuma before or that Genjutsu. And before even saying or doing anything, doing a bit of research, they think of me as a threat. I mean, how do you think I feel, said Naruto. Here fighting for a village and doing mission for a village that think that I'm gonna explode and destroy them. Hanuka glanced towards him once again, as she was silent for a few seconds. Just try not to get yourself in any trouble and make yourself look bad. As Naruto pat her on the head, as she grumbled a bit. Well, with you at my side, I won't be getting in trouble, he said. You know I'm older than you, right? And yet your hand is on my head like I'm a child, she said. But I'm bigger, said Naruto. It doesn't matter, she said. I'm older. Kind of does, said Naruto. Come on, there's a lot we have to do today. As they start to walk, Naruto had introduced Hanuka and Haku to all the other people. Wow, Sasuke and Sakura are a bit off-putting at seeing Haku right there. They didn't do her anything or try anything as Naruto had spoken to them. But still they were surprised. After all, she was the one that almost got him killed. But he was bad now. Naruto paused, feeling something off. He turned the corner and he saw two people walking, but they were not the reason. There was a girl with 4 ponytails, blonde, and a guy wearing a black bodysuit. They didn't stand headband, but they were not the reason. Hey, what is this feeling? Said Naruto. This is like the furball over there. The voice of Carnage said in his head. As the fox then spoke up. Shikaku, he said. Shikaku, said Naruto. The dumb raccoon. It seems like its container is nearby. Wait. Another Genjutsu is in the village, said Naruto. Yes, it would seem that way. This seal is not stable. I can sense his power from right here. Does he know that you're inside of me? I highly doubt that. Your seal is a lot more powerful. On the other hand, his seal is weakened. He really hates humans, so his container must be crazy by now. A homicidal maniac that wants nothing but to kill and slaughter. Huh. Well, where is this guy? Said Naruto. It's so much, I can't pinpoint it directly. Naruto glanced towards Hanuka. He's over there, she said, as he was in the trees. Hanuka was a better sensor than him. Well, she was a better sensor than almost all of Konoha's sensors. Uzumaki's sensor ability was quite unique, as Naruto could pinpoint the bloodlust all around the area, but it was just so much. This guy really wanted to kill someone. Hey, you two. Temari turned. Me? She said. Well, I was speaking to you as well, said Naruto, as he looked her up and down. Huh, you're hot. Temari blinked. This guy was really forward, and not to mention, he was cute. And he was hot as well. As her eyes traveled down, he was wearing a loose shirt that exposed his chest. He was quite muscular. Was he a genin? She wondered. Maybe it was just his style of clothing, maybe he was a jonin. But he didn't look that, well, his muscles. It was hard to tell how old he was. What do you want? Said Kankuro, as Naruto turned towards him. You know, you should put a bit of respect in your tone. You are in my village, said Naruto. Huh? Who the hell do you think you are? Do you think you own the village or something? Kankuro said. Who are you anyway? Name is Naruto Uzumaki. Don't forget it, said Naruto. But, as I was saying, put some respect in your tone. What? Said Kankuro. As I said again, who the hell do you think you are? Is he stupid? Said Naruto as he looked towards Temari. Didn't I just told you who I am? And why should I care, Kankuro asks? Care or not? Well, as I was saying, why is the Shikaku container hiding? The two of them paused. What did you just say? Said Temari. Him over there. Sand started to swirl around their feet as he came up in the sand sunshine. You sense me. As Naruto looked at him, he had red hair. Circles around his eyes. As Naruto tilted his head, he had the kanji for love on his forehead. Now that was kind of weird. Seeing that he felt like he wanted to kill everything in the vicinity. Having the kanji for love was quite weird. But Naruto was not one to judge. Hey, what's your name? Gaara of the desert. How about you? Oh, name is Naruto Uzumaki. Uzumaki, huh? As Gaara stepped forward. Mother will enjoy your blood. I can already tell. Wait, what? Said Naruto. As Gaara looked at him with a sick, twisted smile. I know that smile. This guy is screwed. Wait. Did you just say mother? Hey, isn't Shikaku a guy? We are beings of chakra construct. I've told you that before. But most of us take on a male persona. But yes, Shikaku. He could be called a guy. But as I said, he twists his containers because he hates human. So he's probably fooled this one to believe that he's some sort of savior mother to him. Someone to comfort him. Oh, now I understand, said Naruto. This guy. He wants nothing but carnage, said Carnage. He seemed even more twisted than you. Well, I'm not a complete psychopath, said Naruto. Yeah, I guess you're right about that, said Carnage. You are just a diabolical genius. Huh. Glad to have you know. I was being sarcastic, said Carnage. Could have fooled me, said Naruto. So, Shikaku is your mother, huh? Watch how you speak about mother. Your words might be your last. As Naruto chuckled a bit. Seems like you can't count. What? Said Gaara. 9 beat 1, said Naruto. Gaara tilted his head in confusion. As Naruto simply smiled. I am looking forward to see you at Chunin exams. Wait, you are a Genin? Said Temari. Yep, said Naruto. Seemed like you're glad to hear that. Thought I was a Jonin or something. I seem to be around your age. You seem to be what? 15 or 16? So we're all good, said Naruto. All good with what? Kankuro asked. Hey, this is between me and your friend over there. You mean my sister? Oh, your sister? I guess. You can be my brother-in-law, said Naruto. As the thought of what he was saying sank in. What? But Naruto walked off, making his way back over to Hanuka, who leaned up against the wall. Did you get it? Yes. His seal is quite unstable from what I can see. The chakra is like a protective spear over him, she said. Hanuka had a special ability. She had an eye for a chakra. It mixed with her sensory ability, but her sensory was so great she could literally see the chakra around you. How bad is it? Said Naruto. It has twisted and turned almost every part of him. I doubt that he's really in control of his actions. The Shikaku is probably the one in control. If he were to fall asleep, I believe he will go crazy. Well, that's weird. What is she asks? The sand sending him here. It's almost like they want him to destroy Konoha. Why would you say that? Well, usually, from what I read about, Ninja Village never send Genjutsu to another village to participate in Chunin exams. They always have them participate at their own home. So something feels off, said Naruto. But aren't these two village allies? You and I both know that that's just a piece of paper, said Naruto, that say that you're allied to each other. In actuality, it doesn't really mean much. As the two of them walked off, Gaara glanced behind him and saw the Uzumaki. Time skip. Asuma was rather pissed off, as he had spoken to his father, but Hiruzen told him that Naruto was just trying to rile him up, as Naruto was one that loved to cause problems. But Asuma didn't believe that, the way the boy spoke, and not to mention threatening him as well. But Asuma did grip his arm rather tightly. But despite that, he was the superior officer. But there was no damage for him to give him a command. And this was just gonna cause a lot more problems for the situation they have right now, so Hiruzen just told Asuma to let it go. As long as Naruto didn't go out of his way to attack him. If he did do something against him, no. And if he did went out of his way to harm a villager without them doing anything first, he would do something about it. But Hiruzen saw it as well. The path that Naruto was going down was not a good one. And he feared for the future. He was really getting too old for this. He looked forward as he saw Kunai. A smile came on his face. He really needed to speak with her. But he stopped when he saw Naruto appear beside her. Kunai smiled as he walked away. What the hell? Meanwhile, Kunai was rather surprised when he came towards her for tips on Genjutsu. Now that was shocking. He had a lot of chakras, so it was hard for him to use Genjutsu, but he figured a way around that. Seals. And she was helping him. She never had anyone to really share her Genjutsu with. There wasn't that much Genjutsu users in the village. And none of her students took to the art. And besides, it was nice having a student that you could teach your personal liking. While she loved teaching her other students, teaching someone about Genjutsu was really amazing for her. And he captivated each of her words. He always paid attention. And he excelled in the art of sealing mixing with Genjutsu. He was a rather amazing person. Thought Kunai as she walked beside him, as she would love for her Genjutsu arts to spread, for people to realize that Genjutsu was not the weakest art when it comes towards Nin and Taijutsu. Yes, some people believe that, but not him. He actually liked the art, which made her more surprised as well, because he did not seem to be the type that would use Genjutsu. But he was surprisingly good in it. As she walked with him, not even noticing Asuma. Time skip. Jealousy was a powerful thing. A really powerful thing. And that was currently coursing through Asuma as he saw Kunai walked off with Naruto. He was pissed off. Much could not be done about the Uzumaki because he was soon to be a clan head, which had more power than a lot of people in the village. But still, he was gonna get him on something. And he was gonna have his license revoked. In Asuma's eyes, he was not fit to be a ninja. And he was gonna show the village that, although there were still a lot of them that still hated him, he could use that to his advantage. Time skip. Amazing, said Haku. The art of stealing always amazed her. As she watched Hanuka perform her new creation, as she was working on something spectacular, Hanuka was really a master, and Naruto was catching along quickly. So far being here, it has been good. The Konoha ninja didn't have any hate against her despite what had happened. Sakura was even nice to her. Well, after talking with Naruto, she did meet the others, Hinata. That girl was sweet. Now she understood why Naruto called her a little cat, as the girl was like a little kitten, but she can be fierce when she wants to be. Hinata introduced her and Hanuka to the others. Kiba was, well, he was a pervert. Well, Naruto was a pervert as well, but Naruto was good looking, not to mention muscular. And all around, just better. Kiba on the other hand, he smelled like dogs. She wasn't rude, so she wouldn't say it out loud. Besides, she would never go for him. She belonged to Naruto-sama. Saying that made her feel happy. Really happy on the inside as she giggled a bit. Hanuka looked up. What's so funny? Oh, nothing. Do you think Naruto-sama and the others are getting along well? With how strong he is, this Chunin exams won't be a problem for him. Hanuka says she continued to work. As Hanuka watched her, this was really gonna be amazing. Meanwhile that was going on, Hiruzen was not having such a good day. Since Naruto came back, there's been a lot more problems. It was then that he felt the cool breeze rushed in, as he glanced towards the window. So you're finally here, huh? As a man stepped inside, he had long white hair. This man was a rather powerful man known as Jiraiya. Jiraiya of the Chunin! As Jiraiya walked in and sat down, things hasn't been so good. When he heard about Naruto's death, he did not come to Konoha, the reason being, he felt like more of a failure. He failed to be there for the kid's life. And he died He died. Jiraiya felt upset with himself. But now that he heard the kid was alive, he came back. I'm sorry for not showing up sooner. I know you, Jiraiya. You were probably feeling a lot of grief and pain because of the situation so far. Tell me I'm incorrect. You're not, said Jiraiya. So how's he doing? Well, as I've told you before, Naruto-kun is not a normal person, by any means. He's violent, he's dangerous, and he doesn't like to listen to orders. Sounds much like you when you were younger. But it's a lot worse. He doesn't trust me, and several of the shinobis in his village, and he hates the villagers. Well, from his life growing up, I wouldn't be too surprised. But I can't really say a thing about it because that would make me sound like a hypocrite. After all, I wasn't really here. Jiraiya lowered his head as Harrison went quiet. But I'll make it up to the kid. Where is he? I'm sure there's a few... Oh, he's not available at the moment. Uh-huh. Well, first thing first, Jiraiya. He's taking the Chunin exams right now, but that is not the real reason. He has read up about you, and know that you train his father. Yeah, said Jiraiya. But does he know that I'm his godfather? No. Well, I'm not certain, but Naruto is very... He's very... smart. Despite not showing it most times. Most always going for the brute action first. But it wouldn't take him too long to find out that you were supposed to be the one looking after him. And I don't think it would be wise for it to go to him right now. Let him simmer for a bit and calm down. Is he already angry? Well, the Chunin exams can be a rather frustrated thing, Jiraiya. So wait until some time has passed. For now, let's go on to a different topic. About the Genjutsu in Konoha. What you've sent me, yes. There's no mistaking it. She has blonde hair, blue eyes. Kumo ninja. It seems that they send their Genjutsu here as well. And the Sen. Now this is rather strange. Two Genjutsu from different villages at one time. It doesn't seem like a coincidence to me, said Harrison. Me neither. I wonder what their move is. Meanwhile, that was going on, as Naruto yawned rather loudly. The people in the room were still shocked at what he did. He was taking a test. It was rather easy to find out what was the real reason behind his test, and he saw the Genins and the Chunins were there with real answers. So Naruto did something that no other ever did. He got up and he knocked the Chunin out and took his paper. Ibiki had quickly banned anyone else from doing that, but the Uzumaki get through with the first one though. As Naruto was now quite bored, although there was some interesting people here. First of all, there was Kabuto Yakuji. That guy claimed to be a Konoha ninja, but Carnage could sense the deceit coming from him, the lies. And he could feel the feeling of Carnage deep below the surface that he was keeping away. That guy was up to something. And also there was another one, a girl. It seems that we have 3 Genjutsu here at the moment. She was rather stunning. Oh yeah, she was sitting right next to him. She had blonde hair, beautiful blue eyes, a rather stunning figure. She was a Genjutsu of the 2 tails. As Naruto watched her cheat rather easily and got what she wanted, she saw him looking at her as she sent him a cat-like smirk. He didn't know what it was, but there was something about this girl. You say that about all girls. Hey, no I don't, said Naruto. Of course you do, well, except for that little girl you call your kitten, said Carnage. Hey, leave Hinata out of this. She's a princess, said Naruto. So the other girls aren't, asked Carnage. As Naruto yawned once more. I'm bored, he said as he placed it down on decks. Jito on the other hand, Kumo Shinobi watched him carefully. Her eyes took in his appearance and everything about him. He seemed strong. There was one thing about her: she liked to fight strong opponents. To always test herself. She was sure that she could beat him, but he was her target. He was the one that supposedly came back from the dead and he was the Futakage's son. After all, they were given a mission, specifically regarding him. Naruto felt eyes on him as he turned. There was a few stone shinobis here. It seems they already noticed him. Well, he did kick in the door and said his name when he entered the room. So yeah, it seems that Minato, that father of his, left him the lot of debt to collect. But he would be glad if they come after him. It would be a challenge. And that's why I like you. Other people would want to stay out of the spotlight, but you enjoy the chaos, said Carnage. You know, in a way, we're kind of alike, said Naruto. Surprised to hear you say that, said Carnage. Why, said Naruto. Because I could be considered an alien from a different planet, who doesn't really care about human life, and I could kill you or anyone else that you care about. Well, that got dark, said Naruto. Well, I'm just saying, said Carnage. I mean, you had me locked away for the most part since I got here. But you're enjoying your time, aren't you not? Well, you can see that. As Naruto lied back. Alright everyone, Ibiki said. Put your pencils and paper down. As he started to explain the 10th question, as Naruto yawned, this was really getting boring. How stupid were some of these ninjas getting up and leaving? Some of them from different villages. How could he stop them from becoming a genin? They were not even from Konoha. How could people be so stupid when no one else decided to leave? Alright, Ibiki said. The rest of you that remain behind, you pass. Wait, what? Said Kiba. As Ibiki started to explain. But right in the middle there was a boom. As something fly through the window. It was a ceiling tag. The next thing Ibiki knew, chakra exploded out of it and imprinted on the wall. Her name was written in a golden light. Super sexy Anko Mirashi. As she jumped inside, she basked in all of their glories as she watched them look at her. She knew that she looked amazing. They could glance if they want. She then spotted him as a bright smile came on her face. She had no doubt that he'd reach this far. As she watched him examining her body. Little pervert. Well, he was her little pervert. She still had not given an answer yet on the whole being a part of this kind of thing. But, well, she had been thinking it over. And she didn't see why she could not. It was just still shocking for her, a nobody, being a part of a prestigious clan like the Uzumaki clan, being revived. It was frightening, but at the same time, she couldn't deny these stupid feelings. She was never one for showing emotions, but she had them for the blonde. The sex was amazing. He listened to her. And he was powerful and strong. Everything just seemed perfect. Not to mention he had some wild ideas for the bedroom that not even she could think about. That got her eyes. She shook her head as she trembled. The others in the room confused. As Ibiki saw that Naruto was blowing towards Anko, as he could see the steady, cold breeze coming out. Why was it so cold? Could this brat manipulate ice? That wasn't possible. As Anko glared towards him, thought I might give you a bit of chill. Well, I would prefer your mouth to be a bit more closer to do that, she said. Many in the class were confused, but some of them got what she was saying as they blushed, some of them surprised. As Yujito raised the eyebrow, as she glanced towards Naruto and back towards the proctor. Alright, kiddies, she said. Let's not waste any more time. You have 10 minutes to meet me in the forest of death. Be later disqualified. She came over and grabbed Naruto and they were gone in a flash, taking Moina-san's chin. As Sakura shook her head, Sasuke sighed. There go their perverted teammate. A small blush came on Sakura's face. The memory of him. She walked off rather quickly. She couldn't get that damn picture out of her head when he had pulled his pants down for a sigh. As Sakura was walking rather fast, with Naruto gone, the both of them had grown a bit closer. Not like anything going out or anything, but at least Sasuke didn't blow her off again because he saw that Naruto's death had affected her badly, so he actually spoke to her. Are you okay? Oh, I'm fine, she said, as she was red. Sasuke didn't know what was going on as he simply walked. Time skip as they arrived. That is when they saw Anko came out of the bushes. As she seemed to be straightening herself, many of them widened their eyes as they saw Naruto came out next. What? Naruto asked as no one said anything, turning their head. As Naruto walked over. What were you doing? Hinata asked. Naruto patted her on the head before he looked her directly in the eyes as he got rather serious. Hinata, hold out your hand. She did as he was saying. As he then reached behind him and pulled out a strange paper. He placed it in her palm as he sent chakra into it. This is gonna hurt a bit. She winced a bit as it burned in her hand. But it was not that painful. She could take that pain. As it was a strange mark in her hand. What's this? If you're in trouble, send chakra to that. And I'll come and find you and help you, he said. Even if you can't, and something is wrong with you, it will send a signal to me. You're always trying to protect me. You know that I can fight and protect myself, right? I mean, that's the reason I've been training and getting stronger. And not to mention, well, because of what happened, it really helped me boost my confidence. To focus on getting stronger rather than not being shy all the time. Well, you are a bit more outspoken, said Naruto. But I just can't see it. As Naruto looked at her, all he saw was a little kitten. A little adorable kitten with her face and big eyes. She pouted at that. I'm not a kitten, she said, or knew what he was thinking. She said it rather loudly as she covered her mouth. Everyone looking at her. As she blushed in embarrassment. Oh, there, little kitten, said Naruto, as he patted her on the cheek. Everything's gonna be fine. Hey, why don't we get one of those? Sakura asked, as he was looking out for another team member, and not his own team. Oh, come on, Sakura. I'm gonna be there with you guys. Besides, I don't know what it is, but ever since I came back, I started to see you in a new light. Her eyes widened. Really? Are you starting to see me as a Kunoichi, she asks. No. You're transforming into a... As he paused for dramatic effect, into a what, Sasuke asks, as he was curious as well. As many people listening, as they wondered what the hell was going on. He was holding a breath, like something big was about to happen. Into a cute chipmunk, said Naruto. Everyone's sweat dropped. What? Said Sakura. Yep, you already have the ears and the tails. You see me as a chipmunk, she said. Yes. A growing adorable one, said Naruto. As he patted her on the head, she slapped away his hand. I'm not a chipmunk, she said. As people started to laugh, as Sakura blushed in embarrassment. Naruto glanced towards Sasuke. Don't even try, said Sasuke. As Naruto simply smiled. You know, I don't say this often, but you guys are a good team. I like you guys, he said. We like you too, said Sakura. As he's never said that before. It sounded weird. Sasuke remained quiet. As Naruto glanced at the sky as he sighed. Is something wrong, Sakura asked. Of course not, said Naruto. As a kunai whipped past Naruto and cut his cheek. Anko flashed behind him as her arms gripped around his waist. One going a bit too low. You know, not listening when I talk can get you punished, she said. Oh, well I would look forward to the punishment. You know I like it rough, he told her. I do, she said. And I would like she turned and clashed with the other kunai behind her. Oh, my apologies. I was just returning your kunai. I didn't mean to startle you. Anko smiled. Don't do that. You might lose your head, she said towards the grass Kunoichi. The grass Kunoichi narrowed her gaze towards Naruto. As Naruto narrowed his gaze back, something seemed off. Hey! Something is up with this chick, said Carnage. What do you mean? The carnage inside this person is so much. A dwarf. Almost everyone here. Even you as well. The malice. It's being contained, but I can feel it. This person is a sick, twisted one. Far worse than the redhead over there. Gruesome, disgusting acts they must have done for me to feel this. It's so amazing, said Carnage. You really need to fight this one. And it's also powerful. It, said Naruto. It feels off, like not human completely. Hey, what do you think, said Naruto as he spoke to Kyubey. There's a sinister feeling to this person's chakra. They're definitely not normal. Well then. This is gonna be a fun exam, said Naruto. 15 minutes later, Team 7 found themselves in a situation. So you're him, aren't you? The son of the 4th Hokage. Oh no, that's him. As Naruto pointed towards Sasuke. Sasuke smirked as he phoned as a challenge. Yes, that's me. Wait, you are? The Stone Ninja said. Yeah, but you don't look like him. This guy on the other hand. Blue eyes. Blonde hair. I said I am, Sasuke said. So what do you want with me? I don't know what kind of joke you're running, the leader said. But you're gonna wish you never take on this title. We're here to get revenge for what that monster did to our village. Oh, hold on, said Naruto. My father did kill a bunch of stone ninjas, but I mean, it was a war. So what's the big deal? Huh. So your father, huh? Oh, shit. I let that slip, said Naruto. It doesn't matter. You're all dead anyway. As the leader rushed forward, your head is mine. He moved past Sakura like she wasn't even a threat, and that pissed her off. His hand was gripped rather roughly. She hates when people don't believe that she's strong enough. You're screwed. He was yanked back as Sakura pulled her fist and drove it into his face. The stone ninja was blown away as he crashed into a tree. The other two surprised. Because of her chakra reserves, Sakura was able to fully control it to modify her body, while she didn't have it completely down like someone like Genjutsu. She was able to boost her strength at a rapid pace. 6 months of training pulled off quite well. Well then, Sakura, your time to shine. Sakura smirked to herself. She wanted to show the both of them that she has gotten stronger. This was a perfect opportunity. Don't mind if I do as she vanished. She appeared and threw a kunai. The ninja blocked it, as Sakura vanished once again in a Sunshin. Kakashi had really upped their training a lot, ever since the demise of Naruto, as he didn't want either of them to die either. He'd already lost so much. She appeared right in the center as she slapped a tag on his back. Before she jumped back, the other one threw his fist towards her. She dodged as she slapped the tag on his chest. She did as Naruto told her as she went through hand sign. As both of them were pulled towards each other, the ceiling being a magnetic tag as their bodies crushed each other and dropped towards the ground. They tried to pull themselves apart, but to no avail, as Sakura knocked the both of them out. She pulled out a scroll. A big smile came in her face. First try, she said. Hell yeah. She's gotten so stronger, Sasuke said as he was a bit surprised. While he had been paying attention, he wasn't really paying attention that much to her training, but for her to just defeat these stone ninjas by herself, although they were not that strong, they were just arrogant, but still, it was rather surprising. Is the Uchiha falling in love? Sasuke jumped back as Naruto whispered in his ear. It caught him off guard. What are you talking about? As Naruto simply whistled. Hey, Naruto's eyes went wide as he grabbed both of them and threw them to the side, as a massive gust slammed into him. This wasn't any normal jutsu as his body was launched. He broke through the trees, the force of death, and they were abnormally thick. His body was sent sailing as he was gone. What the hell was that? Said Sakura. She picked herself up. Chuckling could be heard. Oh, that was me. As they turned to see the grass Kunoichi, she smiled at them. But guys, be in subscribe right here. If you want to see the next part and do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notifications they posted. But I'm off and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.